What is up? In this episode we're doing more fab work on the AU Falcon. I mean, I've already got a bit ahead of myself, but here she is, looking nice and scrumptious. Just making sure it's got a bit of a little bow there, but I'll probably fix it up underneath, like tack welding it to the metal or something, or hammer and dolly it, or she'll be right, mate. So I'll try to get some footage of me tacking it. Got ahead on myself, just that's what I was saying. I think in the last video you want to go about an inch or so. What I was doing is one hand holds this down. You can see the burn marks on it already, where I want the metal, holds it in place, and then I do a tack. I go along, tack, 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 doing that. Same with here. I've pushed it down, tack, 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 all the way around. Just gonna finish up here. As you can see, I've got a little bit of flex there, so I'm just gonna push down, tack it, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. But I'll try to get some footage of this. Very important parts have arrived a bit ahead of time. This is the goodies that I got in the box. That's the gearbox mount for the T56 into the AU Falcon. I think they call it the centric slave or something. There we go. Some more clutch lines, spigot bearing, ARP bolts, and that is the clutch pedal setup. I'll open it up. I can't really do it with one hand, and we'll have a look. So here we have everything unboxed. I'll just kind of play around with this. Everything looks really good. I'm really happy with everything, like quality stuff. The clutch looks factory. The only downside, well, it's not really a downside, I have to figure it out, but it's got instructions sort of, but it says photos have been supplied as a guide. I actually don't have any photos on how to mount this, so I have to figure that one out. But yeah, this stuff's all from Malwood Automotive if you're looking at doing a T56 into an AU. So it's been an absolute mission. Look, good kit, but in my opinion the instructions aren't very clear. So I guess this can be a how-to video for someone who wants to do it in the future. But here I'll show you what's going on. You have to take this off. So there's 2 tacks. You don't want to drill all the way through, so you just do like a pilot one, but not all the way through, and then get a bigger drill and see, like I'm just making like a big dome and slowly trying to pry it off. You don't want to damage this either. So see you guys when I take that thing off. So first thing you want to do, from what I've figured out, is untack what I said before. Untack that. They say you have to mount this bracket. It goes there, that gold bracket, this one. First. Right, but in my opinion, I wanted to get the clutch on, get it to this kind of point, then mount this and kind of line everything up so I don't make multiple holes. So what I've had to do, the hard part was the pinhole has to be pressed on. Luckily I've got a big vise, so what I've done, I've put a socket on the end, just there, and I'm pushing it, as you can see. Pushing it in. So this, I guess it's a press fit, so I'm gonna press it in, and then I'll know where the hole is, mark that out, and drill it out. Nope, sorry. Yeah, know figure out where the hole is, mark it out, drill it out. Okay, so got it all mounted up. Thoughts on the kit? I think it's great. Like, I can't really fold them. Like, this box has been modified, you know, like probably half of them out there, you know, because these are known to bend. So the problem I was having was the photos that they gave me, like this is all pretty much how they had it, but I couldn't get this to line up as perfect as their box. But I just ruled it out that it's probably because someone's welded this and it's bent it. So what I've had to do is just put in my vise and squeeze it in so that it's not, so where it bolts up is not, you know, like off this bracket, because it's made to sit on this. So as you can see, it's very close, but it's not, you know, it's still got a bit of metal there to bite into. So that was the problem I was having, but probably won't be for everyone. And then they do say, that's just like that because I just hand tighten it, but you put washers in here and it will change the clutch engagement point. So I guess that's why they leave such a long nut. You know, see it's loose. So I'll do that once, you know, everything's up and running. I'll see how many washers I want to put in to where I'm happy with the clutch point is. Yeah, that's how you mount the box. I don't know if I'll get to it in this video, but I'll make another video on how to do the rest of this. So you do have to run, you have to drill 2 holes in the firewall. The stock clutch hole, you should be able to like widen that, but you can't. You can't just reuse it without touching it because the braided line's too big. So we'll just have to do 2 bigger holes. But this is what these grommets are for. I don't know if I'll use them, but I might use it and just drill up 2 big holes like this, and then put the grommets in and run the lines out. All right. Here's the grommet. That's the original hole. So I've drilled that out with a Christmas tree. They are a 29mm hole that you need with these grommets. Probably could go a smaller grommet, but that's what they gave me, so that's what I'm drilling. I've checked inside with the the clutch, the pedal box, to see how it all sits, so that I knew where to drill the hole. And I've drilled the hole directly underneath it. I'll get the measurement for you if you just want to go off what I've done. So center to center, or thereabouts, you're looking at 42 mils, round it up, just go 45 mils down from the other hole. So let's go drill at the other hole. Let's get to that. Alrighty, so step 3, I guess. So step 1 was press in the clutch pedal. Step 2, drill out the bracket, mount the bracket for the clutch pedal. Step 3 is mark and drill this out, and it's all done. Now all you need to do, so you mount, I'm not going to do it because I got to spray the engine bay, but you got 2 hoses that come out here. One is for your reservoir, which will be the top one. That sits, they give you a bracket. So what they told me, they give you 2 types of brackets. The one in particular I have, it sits, so where the brake master sits on here, and then, the brake booster sits here, and then the brake master fits on. There's some 4 bolts. You just got to mount it off, I think it's the top right bolt, and it's going to, reservoir's going to sit up here. So the hose goes from here to your reservoir, cut it to size, and then the bottom one will go down to your T56. So they give you a little line, and then the T56 has a hard line that connects here, and it wraps over the unit, and that connects to the I think it's called the centric slave. That's how that all bolts up. But for my application, I didn't get given that hard line for my T56, so what I'm going to do is go to, I don't know, Pertec or something like that, and get them to copy that hose, just make it longer, and I'm just going to run it under and all the way to my gearbox. So there you have it, guys. That's how you do the clutch conversion in an AU Falcon with the T56 or TR6060, same thing. If I was to go back in time and purchase a gearbox, I would have got the TR6060, and the reason is because on the TR6060 you can get a mechanical speed drive drilled out and put into the gearbox, so that you can use your standard gauges on your AU Falcon. With the T56 it doesn't have that option, so what I had to do is either get a TR6060 rear housing, which costs an arm and a leg to do. It's not really worth it, so now I'm going a digital dash. It's not too bad, but could have probably saved a bit of cost there with that one. When the car's more put together, I can do the video, mounting everything up and how to do that, but it's pretty straightforward, the rest of it. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.